Hi, my name is Jane Matthews, and I'm a volunteer with the American Red Cross. I want to thank you for giving your time and energy and skills to the Red Cross and to the clients that you will be helping. Our work can be very challenging, but it can also be very, very rewarding. And we want to start off this video by sharing with you why we are here and what we do and the foundation behind our job. You probably remember Clara Barton, right? Well, after Clara Barton helped provide aid to both sides of the battlefield in the Civil War, she also led a team that helped the people that were devastated by a Galveston, Texas hurricane and the Johnstown flood. And for these events, Clara Barton helped find shelter and feed the people that were affected. So in 1905, the American Red Cross was given a congressional charter. And this charter makes us the organization that's responsible for feeding and sheltering people that have been displaced from a disaster. And the charter is still in effect now. This is not to be confused, though, congressional charter, with the fact that some people confuse that and think that we are a government agency, and we are not. And we also do not rely on the government for our funding. All of our services, humanitarian services, are gifts from the American public. The mission of the Red Cross is to prevent and alleviate human suffering in the face of emergency by mobilizing the power of volunteers and the generosity of donors. We are guided by our 7 principles: humanity, which means we strive to alleviate suffering while maintaining respect for our clients; impartiality, which means that we serve all people, no matter what race, religion, national origin, sexual preference, or whatever. We're also neutral. Neutrality means that we don't take sides in any conflict or any situation. We're independent, which means, like I said before, we are not a government agency. Voluntary services means that we are led by volunteers, and over 90% of our workforce is volunteers. We also are not prompted for any gain. Unity means that there's only one Red Cross in any country, and universality means that even though there's only one Red Cross in any country, we will be there to assist each other when needed. So what do people need when they're affected by a disaster? Well, they have physical needs. They need to have a roof over their head. They need something to eat. They might have medical needs, prescriptions, and emotional needs. They are under a lot of stress, and it can be very hard emotionally to deal with. They have needs for information. Sometimes they don't know if they can get back in their house, or how long it will take to fix their house, or if they can even fix it. So communities that experience a disaster may have power outages, they might have road closures, there might be communication breakdowns, there might be shortages of fuel or food, all of which could cause some severe financial impacts and long recoveries in the community. You may have been affected by this disaster yourself. Even if you haven't, these factors may affect you as a responder. Be prepared to deal with the unknown and keep yourself safe and the safety of your coworkers as a #1 priority. Mass care service delivery is the primary way we in the Red Cross support the affected communities after a disaster. You will most likely be supporting sheltering on your first assignment. Feeding will also be happening in shelters, but we will also probably have fixed feeding sites and deliver food through mobile distribution. Meals and a 24-hour canteen will probably be provided in your shelters. Bulk distribution of emergency supplies will begin when the supplies are needed. You will probably have comfort kits in your shelter to hand out, and these are little bags of toiletries that each client can use, like a toothbrush and comb and deodorant and so on. And family reunification will begin immediately to make sure that people outside of the affected area know that you're safe. You will most likely be working 12-hour shifts, and some of those might be overnight. There is even a chance that you may remain in the client's shelters for more than 12 hours and could be there a few days at a time. If that is the case, Red Cross will provide a place for you to sleep outside of the client dormitories. Work with the shelter manager if you have any kind of special accommodation needs. So now we want you to know what to expect on your assignment. The better prepared you are, the more you'll be able to focus on your work and the client when you're on the job. First of all, it's guaranteed that there will be change. Things could be chaotic. Changes can happen very abruptly. So you'll need to remain flexible to deal with these changes in a calm, professional manner. Please take care of yourself because you can't help someone else if you are not well yourself. And support your coworkers and the directions of the operation. You all need to work together as a team. Remember that you are the Red Cross to the people that you serve. Whether this is their first contact with the Red Cross or it could be their 20th contact with the Red Cross. Whatever their last contact with the Red Cross is, how it went is what they'll think of the Red Cross. So we must make sure that we are polite, courteous, friendly, and kind. As far as attire, please wear closed-toed shoes that are comfortable, like sneakers, and don't wear shirts with religious or political messages. Sundresses and flip-flops and tank tops and muscle shirts are not appropriate. A couple tips about the media. You are authorized to talk to the media if you're approached, but please leave your comments to what you do and what you know. Information about your clients is confidential and should not be shared. Concerning photos, Facebook posts, and tweets, please remember if you take a photo inside the shelter, it would be like someone coming into your bedroom and taking pictures. So respect their privacy and our confidentiality agreement with them. And remember, whatever you tweet or post on Facebook, think about how you would feel if that comment were to hit the front page of the New York Times. To help you understand what's going on outside of your work location, please check out the Incident Action Plan. This is going to be emailed to you every day, and every day it is changed and updated with road conditions, what is happening at what part of the disaster, what services are being delivered. It also contains a lot of phone numbers that you may need to have while you're working. I want to especially mention that there is a 24-hour staff wellness number that in the event that you are sick or a coworker gets sick and you need medical help, you can call them. And of course, we also have a 24-hour mental health number. So the last thing we need to go over is about disability integration. Gail McGovern, the President and CEO of the American Red Cross, has stated that the Red Cross is firmly committed to serving the needs and interests of all people, including those with disabilities, throughout all lines of our services and at all times and in every way. The Red Cross fundamental principle of impartiality and that mission of disaster services that we talked about guide our services to all people, including individuals with disabilities and others with access and functional needs. Simply put, it's the right thing to do. So what is access and functional needs? Well, FEMA's definition is Individuals who have developmental or intellectual disabilities, physical disabilities, chronic conditions, injuries, limited English proficiency, or non-English speaking, older adults, children, people living in institutionalized settings, those who are low income, homeless, or transportation disadvantaged, and those who are pregnant. Many people have access and functional needs before, during, and after a disaster. And as FEMA's partner lead in mass care, the Red Cross utilizes their definition of those who may experience access and functional needs as a diverse cross-section of the whole community. To help deliver quality services, listen to the clients and let their words guide your actions. The American Red Cross is fully committed to providing equal access to all services and support for everyone, listening to each client and acting on their words to see that their needs are met, focusing on clients having the tools necessary to maintain their usual level of independence, and complying with the Americans with Disabilities Act, commonly known as the ADA. The Red Cross strives for equal access for everyone by integrating the needs of the whole community into everything we do and delivering our programs and services in the least restrictive environment possible. We need to make sure that we provide information and communication the same way to everybody. And that means that no matter how you communicate or how you normally get information, your information is provided with no less or no more than it is for another group. People with disabilities are the most knowledgeable about their own needs and how they go about their activities of daily living within their own home and community environment. Therefore, they are the best resource for information regarding how or what is necessary to meet their needs. This is called self-determination. Family caregivers, parents, and guardians will also be a resource for children and others who might not be able to communicate their needs. It's important to treat every person as an individual and those who are adults as adults. Thank you again for giving your time and skills to help with this very important job. Remember, from our mission, we are led by volunteers, so this work could not be done without you. We hope that this is a positive experience for you and that you decide to continue to volunteer with us at the American Red Cross.